This man lost his life, all because he told a couple of teenagers to stop making so much noise. James Markham was a 45-year-old father of three who worked as a stonemason. One fateful day, on the 9th of August 2021, James was home with his family in Chingford, East London, England, when all he could hear was fireworks being let off right outside of his front door. So obviously it was a big disturbance for him and his family. The killer had 4 friends with him who could not be identified because of their ages, so there were 5 of them. And the killer was only 14 years old at the time. James went outside and asked the kids if they could stop the noise, but the kids started to mock and provoke James. James then armed himself with a drill bit from his shed. Angry, he ran at the boy, swinging the drill bit in an attempt to scare him off. James, who was 5'5" and weighed only 8 stone, was seen waving the tool above his head at the 5'11" teenager. The 14-year-old boy then pulled out an 18-inch knife. The killer then stabbed James 3 times as they fought like gladiators. When the fight finished, the kids fled the scene, and James was helped back into his flat by a neighbor, but he collapsed and passed away. The boy actually has a lengthy criminal history. He was caught in school with a knife at the age of 12 years old and had been convicted of 22 separate offences by the time of the killing. He was also subject to an antisocial behaviour order at the time of the murder. His record of convictions include battery, criminal damage, using threatening abusive words and behaviour, sending threatening messages, and theft. The first was in June 2020 at age 13. He pleaded guilty to battery and was convicted of possessing cannabis and was handed a rehabilitation order. In January 2021, he was convicted of theft, criminal damage and using threatening words and behaviour, and was subjected to another rehabilitation order and criminal behaviour order banning him from the Chingford area. He breached that order 6 times, with the day of the murder being the 7th breach. The boy had also wrecked the local branch of Morrison's by throwing red wine and eggs down an aisle. The killer was eventually caught and trialled using DNA evidence. His trial took place at the Old Bailey, and it was clear that this was a murder case. The boy claimed he acted in self-defense, but was ultimately convicted of murder and having an offensive weapon. He was sentenced to detainment for life with a minimum term of 15 years.